Earlier, I was uploading an updated version of the book to Google Drive. One of the things that I put in there was just it was just it was an ingenious design for how to resolve Asian governments. And so it just the issue was that the internet connection just suddenly started dropping over and over again. It didn't matter where I moved the VPN to, it just continually kept dropping over and over again. And I said out loud, I said, I'm living in a contaminated environment. And as soon as I said that, the internet connection instantaneously just established. It was a secure connection established instantaneously. Okay, so when I say instantaneously, I mean this was going on for a matter of minutes, and then just the moment that I said that, as soon as the words escaped my mouth, the internet connection just said internet connection secured, and then it did not drop again afterwards. And so it was something that they had said to me last night, because we were talking about something, and I said I keep feeling all these different kind of signals coming from humanity of jealousy and stuff. I think I've spent too much time by myself, but as well, then I just have gotten to the point of sensory awareness because the government has just kept trying to kill me over and over again. And so it's just a problem. So, but I asked them, I said, what is that? And they said, you're living in a contaminated environment. So I used that. And I think the problem with it was just, when you become an insect to someone like me, then that's a problem. Especially just for the whole planet, especially when we don't really know what they're doing, because I'm establishing that right now, with everything that has to do with what they're basically doing is they're leveraging Pizzagate to establish their whole rationale for divine retribution. And what they're doing is establishing or displaying a state themselves as building up a state of insanity within themselves. It's really crazy stuff. As well, it looks like they're kind of pushing for it to continue. So then they can, it's almost like, it's like the plagues of Egypt, I'm going to let it keep going. And then I'm going to make it keep going. And then I'm going to stop it in the craziest way possible, But in this case, whereas, they told the Pharaoh, well, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. At this point, I think because they have so much to work with as far as psychological ammunition, that they're not even going to tell us what's coming. They're going to try to make the impact more catastrophic psychologically by not even telling us what's coming. And they'll probably do a lot of different stuff, establishing control over me psychologically in the minds of everyone else, and then conducting, who even knows what they'll get up to. But the whole point of it is to, galvanize society long term around a complex new system of government, a new constitution. And so the reason that they did everything that they did in Egypt was to establish, victimhood in the public's mind, and then go through that process, and as a way of galvanizing them around the complex system of rules that came, from Exodus 20 all the way through the book of Leviticus. And so, but the new constitution is very, like I said, complex. It's very long and extensive. And so, what it looks like they're going to do is just, who even knows what they'll do. Okay. They'll probably kill me in the process. I'm counting on that. You know what I mean? I'm counting on that. And worse. Okay. So, but anyways, and much worse. And so, but, yeah, it just, I think fear played into it a lot, but, it's also, kind of like asking somebody, what's your major malfunction in life? You know what I mean? Like, we know what this is all about. You know what I mean? Insect. You see what I'm saying? So